Welcome to Thoroughbred Racing action on this Wednesday card. We've got 8 races coming up. We'll send it upstairs to Pete Aiello with the scratches and the changes.
The weather is beautiful, partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 70s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, the turf course firm. In race 1, it's a field of 7. There are no changes. Racing at Gulfstream. Good start out wide for Vito's brother, who heads off for the early advantage. Vito's brother to the top. This favorite, Hay River, did not get away to a good beginning, and he's hard-ridden to try to get into position here. Up front, the leader is still Vito's brother by almost 2. Splitting horses, Macklin is now second. 3 wide. Hay River into third. At the rail, it's Kohaku into fourth. Back to fifth, Tappett's Direction, then Lola Loca, the trailer 51.50. 22-4 for the opening quarter. Around the far turn they go. Up front, the leader, Vito's brother by a neck. Macklin turns up the heat second. They've gone 2.5 better than Hay River, who's been hard at work, has not looked good at all throughout. He's now backpedaled to fourth. Outside Tappett's Direction, inside Kohaku, winding up from the back, 51.50, but Macklin has the lead. Vito's brother tries to fight back toward the inside. At the rail, that's 51.50, running home in the blue cap. 1/8 of a mile to go. Macklin roused on the top end by Vasquez and kicking clear with authority. 5-1 on Macklin, and he's a going-away winner. It's Macklin for trainer Steve Klasaris to win the Wednesday opener by 6. It's very close for second, either Kohaku or 51.50 in 104-4. And they're off. In the middle, All About Lucky gets the first call. Moving to him is Carson. These two on the go. On the far outside, it's Akamar. Golden Skull is between horses with Exalted Charm. Then Solomon's Gold, who's angled for racing room. Forward Attitude down toward the inside. They run to the half-mile point. Jorge Ruiz and All About Lucky clear a length and a quarter. On the far outside, Akamar nearest the inside, Carson. In the middle, it's Golden Skull. Then Fort Attitude racing ahead of Warlord Cruzan and Exalted Charm. And Solomon's Gold is last. They went 22-3 for the opening quarter, and they round the far turn. It's All About Lucky, clear by 2.5. Racing between horses is Golden Skull. Down at the rail, it's Carson. 3 wide and Akamar. Looking for room behind them is Ford Attitude, getting started and hooking to the outside, Solomon's Gold, with 1/4 mile left to go. Up front, All About Lucky through a 46-second half mile. Threading the needle at the rail, that's Ford Attitude. Over the top, Solomon's Gold. Now they're 1/8 of a mile out. Here comes Solomon's Gold, charging hard to challenge at the 8th pole. All About Lucky tries to turn him away. At the rail, Ford Attitude trying to hold on to third with Carson. It's Solomon's Gold who rallies forward. Solomon's Gold to win it. Second, All About Lucky. That ended up very close for third between Ford Attitude and Carson in 1:11-4.
The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association invites you to be inspired. Breed in a place like no other. Prepare at world-class training centers. Race in the sunshine.
And they're off in the Dr. Figure.
Be inspired.
they're off. Excellent start for Applause, who clears the inside traffic at once and leads by a length and a half. Up to second goes Dialythic, moving out the rail. Sprezzatura is now third. Away fourth is Starlit Sophie, ahead of Prima Riviera. Second last, Arise Emma. The early trailer with no early speed is Fancy Stacks, a long way behind early. They're chasing Applause, and Edwin Gonzalez around the first turn on top by 2. Dialythic is second from Sprezzatura, third at the inside, followed fourth by Starlit Sophie. The quarter speed was 23 and 3. It's a gap of 3 to the team of Arise Emma and Prima Riviera, and still about 7 to the trailer Fancy Stacks, not keeping up early. They make their way half a mile from the wire. The leader is still Applause, taken on for the advantage by Dialythic on the outside, their heads apart. Down at the inside, Sprezzatura remains third and is locked in. A gap of 2.5 to Starlit Sophie, she's fourth. Fifth and on the improve is Arise Emma. Out 3 wide goes Prima Riviera, and still Fancy Stacks last through a 47-second half-mile speed. Around the far turn they go. The leader is Applause by 2. Sprezzatura second. Starlit Sophie with an inside lane is rallied forward into a joint third. Wide and dropping back Dialythic. They're at the top of the stretch. It's Applause who turns for home on top by 2. Chasing second, Sprezzatura down the stand side, and Starlit Sophie eighth of a mile out. Edwin G and Applause still rolling. Sprezzatura second, Starlit Sophie third, and that's the way they'll finish. Applause goes gate to wire. Sprezzatura second, Starlit Sophie third, Arise Emma's fourth. Well clear of the others, 127 and 4. And they're off. From the rail, Backwoods Boogie gets the first call, and Perez is riding him for the early lead, but on the far outside, Mumza will have something to say about that, and he moves up to challenge from second. Taken in hand into a good spot is Gliding a Fleet in third. The two at the back are Certere and Burning Man. In the run around the first turn, Backwoods Boogie has secured the lead. He leads by a length and a quarter. Mums is in a flanking position second. Rios pockets up with Gliding a Fleet in third. On a hold while fourth is Certera. He's only 2 lengths off a very reasonable early pace. The early trailer is Burning Man. The opening quarter was just 25 and 1. They have less than 6 furlongs to run. The leader is Backwoods Boogie by a neck. Mums is on the outside now, second from Gliding a Fleet, who's a patient third. Certere with the leaders, he's now fourth, and Burning Man is last. They have 4.5 furlongs to run in the race. There's been really no change in the plot here. The leader is still Backwoods Boogie, taken on by the Mumza in the 2-path. At the inside, it's Gliding a Fleet in third from Certere in fourth, and Burning Man is last. 49 and 3 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the forward turn. Backwoods Boogie by half a length. Mumza second. Still looking for room is Gliding a Fleet. Rios has horse, but no place to prove it. Getting started is Ruiz on Certere on the outside, and the trailer is Burning Man. They stack and pack as they reach the top of the stretch. Gliding a Fleet tried to get out but didn't make it. On the far outside it's Certere. From between horses Mumza. Down at the rail Backwoods Boogie. Then back to Gliding a Fleet. They straighten in. Bridge Mahan and Mumza on the outside. Now loose is Gliding a Fleet charging to challenge. At the rail Backwoods Boogie. Here's Gliding a Fleet down the center. Gliding a Fleet going up on the outside to take the lead. Gliding a Fleet in front. I think it's Mumza second from Backwoods Boogie third, then Burning Man in 141 and 3. And they're off. level beginning. Far outside, that's Ragtime Blues who gets the first call. Rhymes like dimes forwardly positioned today. My Man Vito splits horses and Joe DiBaggio moves out the rail. Loudmouth into the top flight. It's a crowded run up front. Then it's the Gray Pure Spite and four to the trailer, Most Wanted Man. Down the backstretch they go with Ragtime Blues out in the center, nursing a neck advantage. Loudmouth is at the rail in second. Then it's Joe DiBaggio. He's nearest the inside with the Gray Pure Spite working between horses. Rhymes Like Dimes is 3 wide. My Man Vito is 4 wide. These top flight horses separated by 2.5, and they're 4 clear of an improving Most Wanted Man through a 23-1 opening quarter. From out of the scrum, Ragtime Blues accelerates. He's clear by 2 now over to Loudmouth in second. My Man Vito on the outside third. Joe DiBaggio fourth. Rhymes Like Dimes tries to get underway while fifth, about 4 lengths behind. Dropping back now is Pure Spite as they run to the top of the stretch. Ragtime Blues is in front, but his strides are only a neck better than Loudmouth from second. Far outside, Rhymes Like Dimes, My Man Vito, Joe DiBaggio, Pure Spite, they're at the top of the stretch. On the inside, it's Ragtime Blues who fights to hold it. Loudmouth draws up alongside and now powers past. At 10-1, Loudmouth and Leonel Reyes clear with no dangers. My Man Vito surging forward to try to get into second. Loudmouth in front. My Man Vito did get second. It's very close for third. Either Ragtime Blues or Pure Spite in 124-4. And they're off. Inherent Promise off slow. New York Strong away quickly with Sword of Honor moving up on the outside. These two race on. Down at the inside, that's Scat 2 Tap alongside Malibu Springs. Headstrong Centeza, Unit Economics toward the inside, and Inherent Promise is last of all. They chase the speed of New York Strong. New York Strong has the lead 3 parts of a length from Sword of Honor, who races from second. Satenza is at the rail in third, followed fourth by Malibu Springs. Outside fifth, Scat 2 Tap ahead of Unit Economics, and the trailer is the long shot Inherent Promise. They complete a quarter in 23-4, and they have less than 6 furlongs to go. New York Strong and Jorge Ruiz, he's on top by a length. Sword of Honor is second. Centeza is at the rail in third. Out wide, it's Malibu Springs. Widest of all, Scat 2 Tap from a patient Unit Economics. Still out the back is Inherent Promise. They race their way to the half-mile point. The half was 48 seconds flat. The leader, New York Strong. Up on the outside, Sword of Honor is a closer second. Scat 2 Tap is 3 wide. From between horses, Malibu Springs, and along the rail, Centeza. It's a length and a half to Unit Economics. Gaffleon deciding where he wants to race there. And the trailer is Inherent Promise. They round the far turn at the 5/16. Sword of Honor. Let go now to take the lead. 3 wide. Malibu Springs, 4 wide. Scat 2 Tap battling back at the rail is New York Strong. Held up in traffic. Unit Economics, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 111 flat. They're in the drive now with Sword of Honor. Just ahead in front, Malibu Springs runs at him on the outside, and Malibu Springs takes the lead. Loose for the drive, Unit Economics. 16th to go. Unit Economics starts to motor. Here comes Unit Economics, but Malibu Springs is just in front. Malibu Springs hangs on to win it. Malibu Springs for the money over Unit Economics, who ran out of racetrack second in 139-4. They're off.
Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5. Every weekend.
And they're off. Good start out wide for Dropkick Murphy, who heads off for the early advantage. Ridden to go with him is Academy Choice. These two race on. Away in third is Mr. Narcissistic. He angles off the inside a touch. I'm a Peppa is at the rail in fourth, followed fifth by Sterling Harmony. Then Mayhem in the Palace. Sergeant Sinatra outkicked early as they swing to the far turn. Dropkick Murphy continues to spar with Academy Choice. Now Academy Choice has the lead by a neck. Dropkick Murphy is second. A beautiful tracking trip for Mr. Narcissistic. He begins to tighten in for Gaffleone while angled to the clear. 5 back to I'm a Peppa, then Sterling Harmony as they reach the top of the stretch. Academy Choice hard used throughout. On the outside, Dropkick Murphy. Mr. Narcissistic won't have a better setup than that. He's now into the action on the far outside. 1/8 of a mile to go. Mr. Narcissistic tries to reach Academy Choice. Academy Choice is still going. Mr. Narcissistic on the outside. 16th to go. Academy Choice. Mr. Narcissistic. Photo finish. Very, very close. Academy Choice took pressure every step. He's in a win photo with Mr. Narcissistic. 56-1. And runners away. Off awkwardly was Cabernet. My sweetheart Danny a step slow. Good start outside for speed from For the Thrill. Moving out the rail, that's Aperol Spritz on the go. Also into the top flight is Gervacious in the run to the half-mile point. It's Gervacious who's doing battle with Aperol Spritz. Two better than Albright. Away fourth, Acquired Taste. Then it's For the Thrill. Out the back early, Mrs. Cashman and Sweetheart Danny. And well back to the trailer, Cabernet. 22-3 for the opening quarter. Gervacious has the lead in the two-path by half a length. Aperol Spritz is there second. Locked in while trying to hook to the clear is Acquired Taste. Kept in by Albright, but now Acquired Taste has secured the three-path as they run to the top of the stretch. Almost four in line as they reach the top of the lane. Albright on the far outside. 3 wide, Acquired Taste. They've done in the early speed. Aperol Spritz is brought back For the Thrill. Tries to rally between horses with My Sweetheart Danny. They come past the 8th pole and Vasquez and Acquired Taste fending off the challenge of Albright. Albright has tried but can't reach Acquired Taste, who's clear to the wire. It's Acquired Taste to win by 2.5. Albright was second. My Sweetheart Danny third. Mrs. Cashman fourth in 105-3.
That wraps up Wednesday racing action here at Gulfstream Park. We'll be back with you tomorrow with 9 races beginning at 1:10. Good night.